Lego Austin. Or should I say, Lego Austin 2! Now, enjoy the video. Hello, Lego Star Wars and Mandalorian fans. I'm Austin, and this is Mandalorian N-1 Starfighter. Well, it's clearly a Naboo Starfighter, as you all see here. I mean, many of you be all, hey, is that a Naboo Starfighter but gray? And look, battle damage. Well, clearly it is, and it is a little wrecked and everything from during the Galactic Republic and the Clone Wars and everything before the Empire. And as you see, this is basically a giant version of this starship with some chrome pieces on the front, refueling engines on both sides, as well as a giant cockpit with a little cockpit on the end, and similar pieces. I can literally tell that this set features 6 battle droid arms. Yeah, these guys right here are actually super battle droid arms from the Separatist super battle droids, and while the cockpit itself is definitely unique and incredible, there are the controls of the ship, and here's the computer and everything in the seat. I'm not exactly sure if the minifigure Djarin could basically fit in this ship. And here's that little spot where Grogu or any astromech droid can fit inside this little cockpit. Very similar to a regular Naboo starfighter. And here are the cannons of the ship as well. And I gotta say, this is a really nice design and everything. The engines have chrome pieces on the front as well, and a lot more tips or something. And while they do look like they've been opened and to reveal what the engines look like in there, just a little bow damage, or it looks like it just came from a junkyard. This version of the Naboo Starfighter first appeared in the Book of Boba Fett for Djarin. Right after Moff Gideon destroyed the original Razor Crest, Djarin had to find a new ship, which turned out to be this, before he got that new Razor Crest in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. This ship was $220 on May 1st, and I had to get it because of this gift with purchase, which is this metal plate where it features both Djarin and Grogu. They probably did this because of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and while the ship itself did make its cameo appearance when I watched the film, right next to the new Razor Crest. And yeah, these gift with purchases are actually very hard to get, and hard to come by. Unless if they are at Bricks and Minifigs or something, or any other retail Lego store. And I don't mean a regular Lego store, I mean like Lego stores that have like the old sets from the past years, you know? I'm gonna hang on to this for a long time. And here is this display plate right here that explains that this ship is a Naboo Starfighter, but the Mandalorian version, it's clearly owned by the I'm sorry, I'm not really good with reading all the time. It is owned by Djarin, of course, and the manufacturer is the Theed Palace Space Vessel Engineering Corps. Yeah. Modified by Palometal, which is a friend of Djarin who is basically a mechanic and a scavenger on Tatooine. She basically helped Djarin got this ship. Armament: 2 blaster cannons, like this one, and 1 proton torpedo launcher, which is underneath the ship, but don't really see a hole through there. For the crew on this ship, 1 pilot, which is Djarin, 1 astromech droid, for up there, like I said earlier, and of course Grogu, also up there, whichever comes first. The length is basically 11 meters, and the max speed is is 1,100 miles per hour, I guess. And of course, we get both Din Djarin and Grogu in this display. The Mandalorian himself, I've probably reviewed The Mandalorian before in some previous LEGO set reviews. This is basically the new version of Din Djarin. I'm saying that because of that new arm printing right here and the new leg printing. And he has the similar cape to other of his designs. And he still has this face, except without his hairpiece, of course. And he has just a regular blaster. He probably could have had something else like his regular rifle as well as a knife, which I heard is going to be in a different set in the future, but that would be in a different time. As for Grogu, Grogu here has his new body because of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and well, LEGO finally decided to give Grogu his own body. They didn't do it at first because of probably LEGO manufacturers or something. And well, Grogu was first introduced in 2019 in Season 1 of The Mandalorian. In 2020, 1 year later, LEGO finally made a LEGO version of Grogu as a baby, with this Baby Yoda-like head mold or something. Pretty steeked, huh? Well, his name is Grogu anyway. He was originally called the Child because we never knew what his name really is until we met Ahsoka Tano in live action for the first time. Thanks to her, we finally got to know what his name is, Grogu. And when some people were mistaken him for like Roku or Grogu or Baby Yoda, his name is Grogu, like I said. And yeah, this thing, I didn't really originally plan to get this ship because of some reasons. This thing might be hard to display because of all these extremely lined tips and everything. And it has its own display stand. I actually wonder if I can have it displayed on a wall or something. If I can find a way to put this like on a wall or something, like a frame or something, that would definitely be cool. And I actually have an earlier version of the ship. This one is a lot smaller and it has similar functions to the new version, but without any chrome pieces. Similar cannons, as well as a shootable proton torpedo launcher underneath the ship, which is this right here, which is the only shooting material. And both of the thrusters right here are definitely a little different to what we saw here. And not really as long of the thrusters here, like the new model of the ship. And similar tail tip on the back. The cockpit itself is also a little different compared to the new one. It doesn't feature like the handles or something like the new ship does, as well as similar computer. The cockpit for Grogu, the cockpit for Grogu here is a little similar to the new model, but this thing can actually lift up to have Grogu fit inside there. Or you can replace it with an astromech droid. I wonder if I can do the same with the new version of the ship. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely the review of the Mandalorian's N-1 Starfighter. Well, the bigger version, that is. And I also had the original small version of the ship, the minifigure accurate size one. I don't really believe that the big version is actually minifigure size, unlike the old one. That one right here was released in 2022, right after we saw the Book of Boba Fett, and this was also the first set where we have Din Djarin's face underneath the mask, because originally, Din Djarin right here has like a black head for his minifigure, but thanks to this Naboo Starfighter, we actually get to have Din Djarin's face underneath the mask for the first time. Very amazing, right? But anyways, that pretty much wraps up for this video. If you haven't seen the Mandalorian and Grogu movie yet, or if you already have, please comment down below what do you think of the film. I honestly think I'm a little disappointed because I wanted Yoda to be in the film because, well, he is the same species as Grogu. Sorry. I know he died in Return of the Jedi and became a Force ghost later on. He probably should have appeared as a Force ghost and appear right in front of Grogu to teach him more about the Force, like Luke did in the Book of Boba Fett. But let me know in the comments what do you think of this N-1 Starfighter I'm revealing. And if you want to see more of the Star Wars LEGO videos coming, let me know. This is the way. And may the Force be with you. Always. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos to come. Peace out. Ciao.